prince among them.
Oh, we're going to have a look at this interim report thingy for GP Foods.
Well, I wanted to, yes, but are you here to work or work out?
I'm going training down Fernie Heath. Quite fancy doing a few circuits with the lads again.
Beverly, bring in the GP Foods file, please.
You should try it yourself sometime. Come down the club with me if you like.
No, thank you, Gary. I think I prefer my own club, the Athenaeum.
Oh, yeah, they're famous for their circuit training, they are. Keep passing the port round the table, Brigadier.
Thank you, Beverly. Now, GP Foods. Yes, the Gary Prince German pastries are doing awfully well. They're up 23%, high profile, top of the range. Sadly, the same can't be said for Pigling's pork pies.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
They're good, then, pies.
Nah, they're a down-market product. They're only eaten by C3s in the north. They're not eaten at all by A's or B's.
Eh?
It's a statistical breakdown of our customer base. I'm talking about social class, the kind of people who like Pigling's pork pies.
I like them.
Precisely. There does, however, still seem to be a modicum of taste left in the country because most people don't like them, and they certainly don't buy them.
Sonia buys them, but then, of course, she would.
I bet you buy them as well.
No, I prefer quiche. Christopher and I had it last night. Quiche. Rio finds herbs. Having a French week in Safeway.
Yeah, so what do you reckon, then?
Well, I don't think the company's viable. There's no long-term future.
I don't know. I got a gut feeling about those pies.
It's probably salmonella.
Look, what I'm saying is pork pies, they're traditional, OK? They might not be selling that well at the moment, but I've got a hunch that with a bit of promotion, who knows?
Well, I don't think we can work on hunches. I mean, either the figures add up or they don't, and they don't. Oh, the only other thing is that the new muesli bars have taken off in a big way.
I didn't even know we did then.
Yeah, well, I don't tell you everything. Research and development have come up with a new snack for the health-conscious middle classes.
What's it like?
They're vile. They taste like sawdust in linseed oil.
Well, that'll be why they're selling. If they taste awful, they've got to be good for you.
Well, it's a pity no one thinks that about the pork pies. It's the one area of the food division that isn't doing well. I think we should get rid of it. Well, if something isn't making a profit, sell it off. That's always been my philosophy. There's no room for sentiment in business.
I think we should leave it for the moment. Let me have a think, yeah? Let's have a look.
So do you think you have to have a B-day?
Yes, I do, though I'm not sure I really want to discuss this.
No, I know. It's just my home furnishings course. Designing a bathroom's more difficult than I thought.
I think you'll find your teacher will expect a B-day.
Right. Why is it called a B-day? Do you know? I mean, I know why a bath's called a bath. It's because it's a bath. You have a bath, innit? But I don't know why B-day's called a B-day.
It's from the French.
French for what?
No, not for what, Sonia. It's from the French. That's what the French call it, a B-day.
Oh.
But if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about functions.
Fair enough. It's just that this project's the most important part of my coursework. It's 2/3 my module.
Well, it's not the option I would have chosen.
No. I was going to do Kiddie's bedroom design, but Kevin said no. Go for bathroom and toilet. I can help you with that. And he has done. See, he knows what's needed, because he's a frequent user.
See you tomorrow then, girls.
Good night, Mr. Prince. You off for a run?
No, I'm going training.
Kevin does training now, bodybuilding.
Good God, Kevin, bodybuilding, eh? Well, I hope he uses someone else's body, because he won't get very far with his own.
Come on! Move it! Move it! Get those legs moving! Come on, let's have some effort! I can't see the ball! There is no ball. It's circuit training. I've got a ball. Well, you shouldn't have. Throw it away. Ow! Sorry. Not effort, effort. Let's see some effort.
You'll be lucky to see anything. It's pitch black. We've been out here 3 hours now, Vince.
You can't take it, can you, mamby-pamby? I told you I'd tire you out.
Vince, I've not even broken a sweat. Not that you'd be able to see it if I had.
Vince? Wayne's hit the wall! Good lad, Wayne! Go through that pain barrier! No! A concrete wall! He's just got into the dugout! He'll be all right!
I don't think so. He smashed his head open.
Tell him 2 more circuits and he can pack it in.
Vince, what do you think you're doing?
I'm having a pint. I've been in here ages. It's dark out there. You're all right, Wayne. He's a good lad. He scored a blinder on Saturday. He's in peak condition.
Vince, he's unconscious.
I know, but once he's conscious, you watch him move. Fine athletes.
Vince, they're hopeless. I left them all standing. And your star player, which one's he?
Mickey Ferguson,
He's rubbish and the sprints are beaten by 10 yards every time.
he's a damn sight fitter than you are.
How'd you make that out?
You don't smoke.
Well, of course I don't smoke.
Mickey does. He's a 40-a-day man. If you smoked as many as he does and ran up and down that pitch, you couldn't do it, could you? But Mickey can, because he's fit. He has to be.
You're pretty big on health education, aren't you, Vince?
Well, I try to be. I mean, let's be honest. Your health is the most precious thing you've got.
Tell me, Vince, do you sell many pork pies?
We do on training night. The lads like a pint to replace his lost energy. Oh, and Mickey always has a plate of potatoes before he starts to build him up.
Yeah, carbohydrates.
No, potatoes. You all right, Wayne?
Aye.
Good lad.
I was magnificent last night.
I don't remember that.
No, well, you weren't there, were you? I'm talking about training. I don't mean when I got home. I was a bit tired then.
Yes, well, don't let it worry you.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, I know it's only Fernie Heath, but those young lads are supposed to be fit. They're not. Me, I'm still at the height of me powers.
Thank you.
You don't like pork pies, do you, love?
Not much, no.
Why not?
I don't know, I just don't.
I do.
Yes, I know you do. I think that pork pies are probably men's food. You know, men prefer them to women.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I like a pie now and again, but you know. Though I did have a pie last night. See, the thing is about pork pies, they're traditional. They remind me of when I was a kid. And I think a lot of blokes feel the same way.
What is all this about?
Oh, it's work. GP Foods. Mark wants to sell the Pigling Pie Factory. He says there's no room for sentiment in business.
Well, what do you say?
Well, I don't know. I've got a hunch. I think we could turn it round, relaunch it. Great. Bickies. I think I'll have a chocolate finger.
Darling, what is it? Are you all right?
No, I've done me flaming back in. Hey!
It's a good site. Plenty of space. Too big for this sort of operation there.
Can I just say, Mr. Fitzherbert, that I really appreciate being asked to be part of the negotiating team. Of course, I realise it's only because Mr. Prince is out of action.
Oh, not at all, Beverly. No, I value your contribution. It's good to have you along. And, of course, when you're in negotiations, it makes sound business sense to bring along an attractive woman in a short skirt.
You see, the last editor I employed wanted to go modern. He spent a fortune on all this new equipment. Too much, to be honest.
It seems to be a very efficient production line, Mr. Thornton.
Oh, it is, it is. In some ways, it's too efficient.
You've got 5 titles, haven't you?
6. But the flagship, and my personal favourite, is the Rocket. Been going for years and years.
Is it still as popular as ever it was?
No, that's the problem. We've got a new editor in now. He's a cartoonist himself. He's a young lad, only 53. Oh, we've got a great future here. All we need is some investment.
Well, of course, what we're looking for is a good return on our money.
Of course, you're a businessman. And you're a business lady. Yeah, I can feel it in my waters. The Rocket can take off again. We've got some great people working here. Great characters. It was a sad day, you know, when we had to get rid of Tommy Street.
Well, of course, redundancies are inevitable if you're slimming down an operation.
Had he been with you long?
Since the beginning, 42 years.
Wasn't he ready for retirement anyway?
Not really. He was only 14. Tommy Street and his amazing feat. He was on the front page of the Rocket for 20 years. He ousted Teddy Talon, Tales of a Test Pilot. That's Tommy Street, his last appearance 8 years ago. Then, of course, there's the Honourable Archie and his gang. That's Limp Along Lenny.
I used to read the Bunty.
Did you? Always found that a bit girly.
Yes. Well, that was the idea.
Haven't you got these figures on computer?
Aye, probably. But you'll find reading the ledger easier. I know I do. Now you'll find these interesting. Commander Kyle's topical tips.
Bivouacking in Tanganyika.
Yeah.
Ooh, surviving the Kalahari under canvas.
Though I say it myself, that's a good one.
Practicing your sheep shank.
I'll let you into a secret. I am Commander Kyle. I write these myself.
Oh.
You'd be amazed at the number of letters I've had.
How many?
Over the years, 2. You thought there'd be more, wouldn't you?
Well, Mr. Thornton, I must say, these circulation figures certainly seem to be on the decline.
Oh, I'm sure we can do something.
Oh, we can certainly do something. We'd like to take a controlling interest in your company.
Oh.
And you're gonna have to cancel me charity swimathon. Can't do that now.
Why not?
Sonia, I'm flat on me flaming back.
You could do backstroke.
Yeah? We could just slide you in.
Do you mind?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Again? Go on, then.
Do you think you'd be OK to judge a beauty contest?
Dave, I don't really think it's appropriate, do you? Lying on me back, looking up their skirts, saying which one's best.
Yeah, probably right.
Hey, I'm always right. It was just such a daft way to do it. I was just bending down for a chocolate finger. And I don't want any comment from you.
Oh, I was just going to say it could have happened to anyone, but I don't think it could have.
Well, that was a good morning's work. What a turn on. You know, I get a real buzz out of this sort of thing. Failing company, plenty of juicy assets, ripe for stripping.
Sorry?
Asset stripping. Yeah, it's interesting, that, isn't it? You know, the way one uses sexual imagery to talk about business.
Well, I suppose it's on some people's minds a lot.
Yeah. Of course, it works the other way around as well, doesn't it? I mean, like, I might say to you, Beverly, shall we get down to business?
Oh, Mr. Fitzherbert. Here? In the car? Well, all right, but do you mind if I keep my seatbelt on? Safe sex.
Come on, Sonia, we've got to be getting back.
Hello, darling. Can I get you anything?
Nah, I'm all right, thanks. We might want something.
No, it's all right, sweetheart. I can manage. Don't need any help. Mind your backs.
Oh, good one, Gary, yeah. Oh, yeah, good, yeah.
Sonia, you've been ages. You okay? Have you caught something off Kevin?
No, I'm fine. I've just been doing a little research.
I've never heard it called that before.
No, it's my project. Whenever I go into someone's bathroom, I take lots of photos to remind me what I'm supposed to be doing.
With a flash?
Oh, yeah. I hope you don't mind.
I do mind, actually.
Yeah, he's not going to stand for it.
Come on, Sonia.
I worry about that girl, you know.
Shall I try and manipulate it?
Would you mind waiting till my back's better?
Mr. Fitzherbert, I hope you don't think I
No, of
meant...
course not.
It was only a...
No, of course it was. No. And when I said... I didn't mean...
I know you didn't.
I didn't.
I know.
Because I wouldn't.
Of course.
Good. Good.
Because...
I know.
And...
Yes. Well, it's best to clear up any,
Misunderstandings?
Yes. Well, better report back.
Right.
Yes! 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 No!
They're better, then?
Yeah, it's a whole lot better, actually. So, what do they publish?
Oh, children's comics, that sort of thing.
Really?
Yeah, Boy's World, The Kestrel, The Rocket.
The Rocket? That is great, The Rocket. I used to get that every week.
As a child?
No, up to about 4 years ago. So I own The Rocket, eh?
Well, we're taking a controlling interest in the parent company. We stand to make rather a lot of money.
Hey, well done, Mark.
It's me.
Oh, God, that's all I need.
Yes, well, I better get back to the office, make a few phone calls, see what I can do with the business.
The Rocket. Well done, Mark. You're top banana, man. Yes, this is one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
I see your mind's gone as well as your back.
Hey, he's learning from me, that boy, Vince. If I'd been there, I'd have followed my instincts too. Maybe he's not such a hard-nosed git after all, eh? Hey, Vince, did you ever get the Rocket?
Only from the wife. Mind your Beryl had a wicked tongue. She could fetch the hide off a rhinoceros.
No, the Rocket. It's a kid's comic. Did you ever get that?
What would I be doing with a kid's comic?
You'd be looking at the pictures, but I used to read it.
You brought this on yourself, you know, and you couldn't take the training. Now, come on, let's have a look at your back, because there's a trainer and all about injuries.
No thanks, Vince. The osteopath has been round, he's twiddled and that, and he says it's got to get worse before it gets better.
If that's what you want, I can make it worse.
Tommy Street and his amazing feet. He was on the front cover. He was my childhood hero.
Rubbish. I was your childhood hero.
Do me a favour, Vince. Hey, Vince, I never realised you had so many nasal hairs.
Watch it. You know that saying, you can't kick a man when he's down? Well, I don't hold with it. Are you sure you don't want to have a look at your back?
Yes, quite sure.
I'm not stopping long then, because it's a miserable business, isn't it, visiting the sick?
Well, don't let me keep you.
Hospitals are worse. I had to go and see old Billy Hawkins last week. He hasn't got long, and I told him so.
You did what?
I think it was best he didn't realise, you see.
What's wrong with him?
Well, now they're saying it's clinical depression. He started with a bad back.
I'm really glad you came round.
I thought you might be. You know, I don't mind funerals or cremations. In fact, I like a good cremation.
Yeah, well, I'm quite looking forward to yours at the moment, Vince. Now, much as I'm enjoying chewing the cud with you, I've got to phone the editor of The Rocket. Pass us the mobile, will you?
Can't you get it yourself?
How can I get me mobile if I'm not mobile? God, I wish I was mobile.
Sniffer, it's Donkey. Hello. I've got something that might interest you. No, not that. This is work. It's a prime site, printing work, South Manchester. I'd say you could build 20, 25 executive homes there. No, I'll be selling off the plant. Are you? Good. Listen, tell you what, are you going to be at Tusker Trumpton's bash? It's Vickers and Tarts, apparently. Well, the Vickers won't be real, no. Good, we'll talk then. Bye.
Come in, Mr...
Dobbs, Dennis Dobbs, editor of The Rocket.
Ah, yes. My husband is expecting you. Darling,
Won't be a sec. Be right with you.
Sit down, please.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Was it a road crash?
No, it was a chocolate finger.
It's getting better, though. At least I'm up and about. Well, I'm about. Dennis, really good of you to come in, mate.
My pleasure. Can I just say how thrilled the lads are that you are our new owner?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty chuffed myself. Now, I don't want to interfere, but I want to be what they call a hands-on owner.
He's a hands-on sort of man.
Usually, yeah. And the one thing I want to do straight away is bring back Tommy Street.
What? Oh, wonderful! I could kiss you.
You don't need to.
Little Tommy Street. I used to draw him.
You didn't.
I did.
Would you like to draw him again?
Would I? I say. Well, I quite often do, you know, at home, just to see how he's getting on.
Tell me, Dennis, did Tommy ever play for England?
He's still a bit young, Gary, but I think he will.
I hope so, eh?
See, you two boys are getting along fine.
Hey, Lisa, this is important. Tommy Street is Bradchester City's best player, and he's not had it easy, you know. He has no mum and dad, he lives rough, he's a street urchin.
Hence the name, Tommy Street.
Oh, yeah. He can't read or write. Hey, Dennis, could you teach him how to read just a bit, please?
I'll give it a go.
Top man.
Then we'll put him back where he belongs.
On the front page.
Right,
Hey.
right. Wait a minute. I've got an idea. How would you like to meet him, Gary?
You're kidding.
No. No, I'm not. No, think about it. Little Tommy Street meets a real live celebrity footballer, Gary Prince.
Hey, I don't know what to say. He was my hero.
Well, now you could be his.
Oh, this is doing my head in, this is.
Can I get anybody a drink? Ribena, fizzy pop, perhaps?
Not for me, thanks, sweetheart.
I wouldn't mind a Ribena.
Well, we haven't actually got any. It was a joke.
She's German. Hey, Dennis, I don't want to meet him like this.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll do you as you were in your heyday. Hey.
I think this is the proudest moment of my life.
You're looking very smug, Sonia. I can't abide smugness.
Well, I want best bathroom design in the old class.
Quite a small class, is it?
No, 16.
I'd say that was small.
And I won a prize. I didn't expect a prize. I got the Armitage Shanks Award. I got a certificate and a year's supply of toilet duck.
How very tasteful.
Hey, guess what, girls? I'm gonna meet Tommy Street.
Hey, they're going to shift everything. What's going on, Dennis?
Jigging if I know. He seemed like such a nice chap.
Well, he's turned out to be a right turn.
I'm gonna phone him up.
It's a slight cranial contusion, Mr. Prince.
No, it isn't, Bev. I banged my head and it bloody hurts.
Right.
Hey, Bev, get that for me, will you? It's in my pocket.
Good God, woman, is the nurse stopping you?
I was just getting this.
Hey, Bev, give it to me. GP. Hello, Dennis. How's it going, matey?
It's all going out the door. There's people here stripping the place, closing us down. They say it's on your instructions. Well, not yours exactly, but that fellow who works for you, the toffee-nosed one.
Mark! Don't you worry about it, Dennis. No one's going to close you down, and no one's going to stop me from meeting Tommy Street. No, Dennis, in this office, we do things my way. See ya. Mark, you and I need to talk. You've been going behind my back, which, incidentally, seems to be an awful lot better. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the relaunch of Britain's most famous comic, The Rocket! Yeah. First of all, let me introduce you to the one and only Tommy Street! Say hello, Tommy! Hello! Tommy Street is a big star in this country, and he's about to be a big star in the US of A. Because I've just sold the syndication rights for more money than I care to mention. Ladies and gentlemen, some people thought that Tommy had no future. But what do they know? No sentiments, no instinct, and when it comes down to it, no flaming business sense. Me? I just follow me hunches, and I had a hunch about Tommy, and I'm usually right. Hey, Daddy, you're always right. Tommy, tell me something. What do you attribute your amazing success to?
Well, Daddy, I owe it all to Pigling's pork pies.
There's a coincidence. I own them too.
Doesn't miss a trick, does he?
Next week, because of the World Cup, Gary's here at the earlier time of 3:45, BBC One.
He's the best, he's the prince, and he's got the lot, and he hasn't let it go to his head. The Hall of Fame, he's an all-time great, the finest football player of his day. Patted on the back by the hand of fate, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He's a winner, he's a star, he's a prince among men.